What is Kalguksu and how did it get NewJeans Minji into so much trouble? Also, did g-idle plagiarize their teaser pictures? TXT's dangerous choreography, the Itzy Panic, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested in watching, please keep on watching. You can also feel free to skip through to whatever segment interests you the most. Resources linked below, as well as everything we are talking about today. So without further ado, let's get into today's stories. It seems that NewJeans Minji just cannot catch a break these days because the story isn't actually new. I remember seeing it at the very least last week. I remember reading about her clarifying a certain situation, but now it seems that the whole thing has resulted in an apology. So let's take a look. So bad attitude or misunderstanding. So first of all, what is kalguksu? It is a traditional and commonly eaten Korean dish of knife cut noodles. It can be found in literally every neighborhood. So basically NewJeans did a broadcast with Chimchakman and they got onto the conversation of this specific dish, and Minji seemingly asked to herself, oh, what is kalguksu? Kind of asking herself what it tastes like. So this led people to think that she didn't know what this very famous dish was. Being a picky eater, Minji has never eaten it before, even though she knows what it is. The subconscious thought popped up and she ended up phrasing it wrongly. She was not questioning what it was, but she was thinking about the taste and texture of it. This was only explained later in her apology letter. So of course, when she asked the initial question, it led people to think that she was pretending to not know what this was. Kind of in the sense that she was living a very rich life overseas, so she wouldn't know what it was. This was the image that was basically being painted of her. Netizens question how a Korean who grew up in Gangwon-do did not know what kalguksu was. And it seems like she got pretty annoyed by this because she actually addressed this in a live stream. Let's take a look at this clip. 모르겠어요. 그러니까 what's kalguksu mean like? So I guess some people could describe it as her getting a little heated. I don't know that I would describe it that way. That's what some people think. 여러분들 칼국수의 종류가 얼마나 많은지, 뭐가 들어가는지, 어떤 재료가 만드는지 다 알고 계세요? I mean, the music doesn't really help, but anyways, here's a transcription of what was said. Everyone, do you think I wouldn't know what kalguksu is? So what's kalguksu mean? Like, would I not know, everyone? Think about it twice. That's right, I didn't know. That's why I said I didn't. Do you all know how many types of kalguksu there are and the ingredients that go into it? So her addressing the situation made things a little bit worse for her. I especially remember reading a forum where they were criticizing her use of English, calling it cringy, how she would insert English every once in a while into her Korean, as we saw her do with, what's kalguksu mean? Hani quickly stepped in to lighten the mood after Minji lashed out. I mean, some would describe it as heated. I don't know. I don't know. Would you describe that clip as like a heated clip? Maybe she was annoyed, but I don't know that it was like heat. I don't know. Let me know. The clarification only served to anger more people, as I said, as they criticized her for her harsh and annoyed tone. Some went further to call her out for awkward English use when she said, so what's kalguksu mean in English? So here's what some people thought of that. Without Hani, I think she would have gone on about kalguksu for 5 more minutes and then get her promotion suspended. Even those who didn't post malicious comments about it would feel offended watching this. And if this was a paid live stream that only real fans watch, lol, she doesn't really treasure fans. No, but she could have just glossed over it flexibly by saying something like, oh, I phrased things wrongly then. Hey, of course I know kalguksu. Someone please block her mouth. That live stream had bad vibes from the start. I wonder how that would have continued and ended without Hani. So it seems that people were really upset with her tone, the tone in which she said these things. Because again, a couple weeks ago, this was a post that I remember seeing. Minji refutes the forced hate on her for not knowing kalguksu, right? Stop saying that I've never eaten it. Everyone, do you really think I don't know what kalguksu is? Do you really think I don't know? Everyone, please think about it twice. No, but that's because I don't know what I said I don't know. Everyone, do you know how many types of kalguksu there are? And then we continue on into the rest of the clip that we just saw. So here's some more comments about her clarifying the situation. But do you guys really understand what she's trying to say? I honestly don't understand what she's trying to say. Of course she's allowed to not know what kalguksu is, but the way she clarified is so weird. This is refreshing, and the way she clarified it was good. Why would people keep reacting to it? You guys swore at her for a year over one comment about kalguksu she made, and now you're trying to shut her up. Of course she'll be uncomfortable with all the hate. These people are the ones who spent a year to hate on her with a one comment about Kalguksu, and now that Minji is trying to clarify herself, they're asking why she's clarifying. Seriously, you kids should— oh my god. You guys are the first ones to cross the line and swear at her, and now you don't want her to speak on it. She's probably just talking like that. What nerves are you talking about? Why are people leaving so many hate comments trying to frame her as some tough character? She's just talking the way she wants. Is that stirring things? Even when she clarifies, people will keep swearing at her. She already said in the past that she meant what she said, that she didn't know what it tasted like, but you're the ones who keep on dragging the issue until now. This isn't because of Minji, it's you. I mean, I can imagine, like, you just say— that's the thing with the internet. Sometimes you just say things. I'm very guilty of just saying things. And then people kind of just take it and run with it and they never let it go. So I can definitely imagine it's like super frustrating. So I don't think, like, maybe she was— I would be heated for sure, but you kind of have to, if you're an idol, I assume, hide the fact that you're heated, but it maybe pours out a little bit. I think that's understandable. Like, especially if you misspoke on something and then people have a specific idea of you, I can imagine that's so annoying. So I would too get a little bit heated, try to make a joke out of it, but that doesn't always pan out very well. Which is why we now have an apology for this situation specifically. So it's a little lengthy actually. Hello, this is Minji. Since my debut, so many people have shown interest and love, so I'm always grateful to be able to take on activities. She then goes on to explain what happened on a live broadcast on January 2nd. Like, this is, this didn't happen yesterday. This isn't exactly new. So it is a little surprising that it's being brought up again, that she's even apologizing for it at this point. My tone and attitude caused discomfort to the viewers. I am truly sorry to the bunnies who must have been surprised and hurt that I showed a bad attitude during a live broadcast where I usually communicate naturally and comfortably. Last winter, I knew what kind of reaction I had when I said I didn't know what Kalguksu was. I'm a picky eater and have never tried Kalguksu before, so I thought about the type and taste of Kalguksu, and before I knew it, I thought to myself, what is Kalguksu? I ended up saying it to myself and didn't know that there might be a misunderstanding. I wanted to give a clear explanation, but I thought it felt like water had already been spilled and it would calm down over time. However, as time passed, more comments were made against my judgment, and even my relationship with the members was mentioned, and I received strange misunderstandings which continued to harass me knowingly or unknowingly for a year. It's pretty wild that it happened over a year ago. So I gave an explanation out of frustration, but I'm also reflecting a lot on myself for disappointing you with my very immature attitude. Through this incident, I thought about it a lot during my vacation and talked to people around me about the responsibility of my every word, and I learned a lot. I will be more careful and attentive so as to not repeat the same mistake. I would like to once again express my apologies to the bunnies who must have felt uncomfortable and embarrassed while watching the live broadcast. So it's very interesting that this is an incident that happened like a year ago, brought up a couple of weeks ago, only to have an apology now. Like, I'm a little confused, I'm not gonna lie. But here are what some fans think of this apology. Here are some reactions to it. Minji shouldn't have to apologize because K-nuts are effing ridiculous and so hard to please. Just because she didn't know a food or had a tone, you have to harass her for a whole year. K-nuts are the worst. I do just want to say, sometimes I get criticism because people say that I'm painting K-nuts in a specific way. We did just read some comments from K-nuts who were like, oh, the tone is weird. And then some comments from K-nuts who were like, no, good for her for speaking out. So when we read these comments, I always want you guys to keep that in mind. Just like not every international stan is going to agree on something. And sometimes international stans get mad over ridiculous things too. Just putting that out there. All this because she didn't know what a certain food was. Okay. Thank you for always thinking about us. I feel like you don't even owe them an apology, but I respect you for doing this. Life is about learning and becoming a better person every day. The only thing I can do is always support you. Also, bunnies love you, Minji. I actually found another article that talks about the reaction of her apology from K-netizens, so let's read some comments. It's understandable that she is frustrated after being misunderstood for so long. As a human being, isn't this understandable? It's not like she cursed or anything. I really feel bad for idols. Why does she need to apologize for this? She just seemed more upset than usual, but it seems that fans had harassed her for a long time. But why did she do this when fans didn't say anything to her? Was there a troll who was acting out in the chat? I feel so sorry for her, sigh. Minji, people just suck. So with all that said, I'd love to know what you think of this situation. Let me know in the comments below. I don't know if you guys have seen (G)I-dle's teaser pictures for their upcoming album titled 2, which is set to be released on January 29th. But oh my god, are they ever stunning. Let's take a look. Look at this group shot, just like this winter theme. I love the fur hats and the bling. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. No, these are absolutely stunning. I love, again, the winter theme. Oh my god. The styling, everything is actually impeccable, even down to the nails, which K-pop idols and their press-on nails often, like, they don't even resize them to fit the actual idol's nail beds. And we know for G, I won't go there, but it doesn't look bad. It looks really good, actually. Goodness. Absolutely stunning pictures. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to figure out what people found wrong with this. And you guessed it, I actually saw this headline in a dream. I swear to God, because I saw it in the corner of my eye. G-idle's latest concept look sparks debate among K-netizens on whether the outfits are too revealing. I swear I predicted this, like, before it even existed, but I digress. But let's see what some people are saying about the outfits. They keep wearing revealing clothes. I think up until Tomboy was good. They're wearing less and less clothing. I think they're pretty even if they're not wearing skimpy clothes. I think this is too revealing. Please put on more clothes. They make me feel cold. They're wearing so little clothing. I liked the message they had for nude, but I think this is more focused on wearing less clothing now rather than being sexy. Now, of course, there's balance to everything. I'm sure the vast majority of people are going to look at this and think it is the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. I think they're gorgeous. Their hats are pretty. LOL, I think it's pretty. I didn't even think about them wearing less clothing. Why focus on that? Minnie and Shuha look crazy good. This is tame compared to Western artists. They look fine. However, this is actually a double whammy because they're also being accused of plagiarism. By who? Fans as of now. There hasn't been a specific artist that came forward, a specific photographer or concept designer that came forward and said, my work has been plagiarized. But it seems fans have dug up the inspiration behind these pictures and they think they're a little too similar down to the poses. So let's take a look. It appears that this is the reference for Idol's concept photos this time. I mean, definitely very similar, right? Even the hats, the posing and everything, then in comparison to G-idle. A few pictures, angles, and poses are the exact same. So at the top here, we have the original and then Uki. Then again, the original versus Mion's picture here. Here are some comments. At this rate, can we really call this a reference and not a copy? Theirs looks so cheap in comparison. At this rate, it's basically the same thing. What's the difference between reference and copy? The poses and the angles are the same. Can we really call this a reference? Isn't this just a copy paste? It even got 5 people too. No, but I wouldn't even call it a reference. It's embarrassingly identical. It's as if they only changed the person, effing the same. So I wanted to know your thoughts on this because yeah, of course you can reference things, but at what point does it become plagiarism? At what point does it become kind of copying something? So this is what the original photo shoot was referencing here. And we have some more comments. They always have such a buzz about plagiarism about them. Did they have nothing else to copy that they went and plagiarized such rabidness? It's not like we're in the era without internet. They literally control copy, control V did. But the quality is worse. Referencing has a limit too. On the other hand, such themes can be easily found online from photo shoots. So here we have it again. Someone else posing in the snow. I'm gonna leave the question to you guys. What do you think of these accusations? Do you think it's way too similar? Do you think it's a simple reference? Do you think it's overdone? Let me know in the comments below. Do you ever look at a K-pop choreography and just think it would be so annoying to have to perform that over and over again? Rolling around on dirty floors, jumping on someone's back, slamming down on your knees. Well, it seems that MOAs are done with these shenanigans for TXT. The reason why hashtag replace TXT performance is trending right now. Now, I did go and look at the hashtag replace TXT performance and there was a total of 3 tweets, but there are other tweets that people, maybe it's the Korean one, right? I think it's, well, duh, it's probably the translation of the Korean hashtag, but anyways. So let's take a look at some of these tweets because, I wouldn't even have to look into this and I would believe you because some of these choreographies in K-pop are just like painful. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look comfortable at all. I don't know why they need to use humans as stepping stones. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't look super stable half the time and there's so much potential for danger. I think this is the same choreography, just a different clip of it. Oh, yeah. Here's a little fun compilation of them, using each other as I mean, admittedly it does look cool, right? But some people aren't having it. Here's another one. I've never seen that before in my life, and I feel like I should have. Here's, okay, like a jump frog type thing. Yeah, you're stepping on someone's back and then like sliding down another person's whole entire backside. So it seems people are complaining about the choreography being too intense. Here are some comments. Seriously, the fans must have held back a lot. The ones where they get stepped on are dangerous. We should stop choreographies like that. It's not even cool looking. What are these for? They look so intense yet not even cool. They suck and only their bodies will suffer. Never mind whether it's pretty or not, it just looks dangerous. Save TXT. I really hope they start making choreographies while taking into consideration the artist's body conditions. This is a good point because I remember Itzy kind of complaining about this as well. Like in their debut era, they had so many choreographies that were just so hard on their bodies. They were having issues to the point where I believe they started changing up their choreographies to not be so intense. Now, mind you, I still see clips of Itzy members being in pain, but I guess it's better than literally throwing yourself on the floor. Wasn't it like IZ*ONE or Purple Kiss who had a move where they're literally slamming down on their knees and their knees looked bruised as hell? I remember one of those groups, or maybe both of those groups actually. You never know. It was probably both. It's not even cool to start with. This is quite bad. The choreography seriously suck. I want to know if you guys have noticed this as well, because in second gen girl groups would perform in high heels, singing and dancing in high heels. Do you know the amount of compilations there were of idols falling on their faces? People make fun of second gen choreography for being really simple all the time, but do it in heels. Then we entered third gen K-pop, and I feel like that's really where choreography started to become more difficult. People throwing themselves on the floor. And though I feel like choreographies are safer, we still have people complaining. So let me know what you think of that. Do you think K-pop choreographies are still dangerous to an extent, or do you think we've made some progress? If we look at hashtag save TXT choreography, you're gonna find more. I could never enjoy the performance of Puma because it pains my heart so much. Subin's neck was almost stepped on. Stop making Sukai this stepping stones. A lot of boy group choreographies actually, come to think of it. It looks so uncomfortable. Why? You just have people sat there thinking that actually just looks painful. Let's talk about the Itzy Panic. So of course, in the last video, we talked about Itzy having a comeback and their music video views being quite low, and that was a cause of concern for a lot of people. Now, we had a lot of people theorizing as to why the music video views could be so low, whether it be JYP not buying as many ads anymore, or just too many releases because they had so many pre-releases, so many solos before finally getting to the title track. And as time has gone on, I've just seen a lot of people panicking about the current state of Itzy right now. Itzy's poor album sales caused JYP Entertainment stocks to plummet. So as of 3:14 p.m. on the 15th, JYP Entertainment experienced a market decrease in its stock value, trading at 68 numbers from the previous trading day. This decline is part of a broader trend affecting the entire entertainment sector, with other major companies also seeing their stock prices fall. Again, I'm never going to pretend like I understand what stock prices are. It seems like when a rumor comes out, stock prices go down, so I don't know. Notable among them are HYBE, down 5%, SM, down 3%, YG, which fell 0.58%. Not too bad for YG, I guess, which I don't know why. But I wanted to talk about the Itzy Panic because if this is seemingly happening to a bunch of countries, and a lot of people are mentioning that it's not just Itzy that have low music video views. NewJeans also have low music video views, which, let's see, I don't know. I did not, I want to see. I feel like, some people have mentioned that during the panorama, we had more time to watch music videos and stream them, and now we just don't really. So I want to look at NewJeans music video views just to see. 200 million views. I think you guys are lying. Why did you lie to me about that? Oh, wait a minute. You look at NewJeans OMG official music video, 30 million in a year, which is very low compared to the NewJeans OMG official music video performance version 1. Why are we watching performance music videos? This is why we lost storylines in K-pop music videos, because you guys won't stop watching the performance videos more than the music video. How you like that's music video view count versus the dance practice view count? No wonder K-pop companies are giving us glorified dance practices and calling them music videos. What happened to the plot twists? M Blacks, this is war. Big Bang's Haru Haru. Who am I kidding? I don't have the attention span to watch them anymore either. Give me the dance practice, it's fine. But just know that we brought this on ourselves. Well, the article does go on to say that JYP saw the biggest decline, which is shocking because Itzy and NMIXX had their comebacks, which a lot of people were complaining that JYP is kind of like not pitting their girl groups against each other, but not giving them enough time to shine because they've had their comebacks so close together. But maybe that's a business move. Maybe that's to ensure that the stocks don't plummet more. I don't know. But there was an analyst who commented on this. As for entertainment stocks, we expect it to be affected by the poor performance of JYP's marquee girl group's comeback. That didn't give me so much insight. What do you think the future of the entertainment world is right now? Let me know in the comments below. Let's move on to our little discussion segment, which is inspired by the following post. Is there anything that you grew to like because of your bias? I really hate fish and was scared of them, but now I like them and go to aquariums. I get a good night's sleep just by watching sports. I look up FIFA. I don't like secondhand clothes, but now I go to Dongmyo Market, which is a flea market. So these are all things that thanks to their idol, thanks to their bias that they started liking. I wanted like specific examples though. I started liking Fox related anything, saving Fox pictures, and even have stickers of Fox characters. Let's play a game. I'll read the comments and you tell me which idol this is. Who's bias? Who is this person's bias? Who is obsessed with foxes? I need to know. Living. Oh my god. I'm freaking happy now. Well, thank God, right? A specific number because it's related to the number of members. I can see that. A scent, specifically cotton scent. Of course, it's a pretty common scent, but I usually don't like other scents aside from citrus scents, and now I always go cotton scent. You guys are in for this game. This seems hard. Dokboki. Honestly, I still wouldn't say that I love it now, but I'm less repulsed to it compared to the past, and I would even buy it sometimes. Me too, Living. I try to be more kind. That's the best kind of influence. The color purple, because my bias loves this color. I was gonna say BTS right off the bat, but like that's a group color, isn't it? Or do every single member, their favorite color is purple? Or is it, I don't know. I'm excited to read the comments. Bunnies. That's so cute. The color orange. I used to hate orange color, even orange flavored candies. Interesting. Okay. I definitely like when you're out in the wild and you see certain things, I definitely get reminded of my biases. But in terms of something that I grew to like because of my bias, I don't know. I have like a couple of almost stories, but I really want to find like that one thing that an idol uses or recommends that will become a holy grail for me. Like I love watching idols what's in my bag videos, but oh my god, sometimes it's just like it's not very accessible to buy it, or like the things they wear or have are just way too expensive. But I remember watching Joshua's what's in my bag, and he had a specific sunblock, and I was like, I want that sunblock. I don't know why. And this was years ago, and I actually went to buy a sunblock and I happened to come across one and I bought it and I was like, wait a minute, isn't this? And it was actually the one he recommended, and now I use it every day. But like, I don't know if that counts. I also saw Songhwa using like the Aven mist in one of his ASMR videos, and I remember liking that product beforehand, so I bought it again, but I don't know if that counts either. I also remember Ning Ning mentioning that she uses the Jazz Club scent, and I have a sample of it, but I don't think that counts either. In an episode of ATEEZ's Do Not Disturb, Songhwa, Hongjung, and Jungho went to eat 닭갈비, and I wanted to try it so bad. It looked so good, so when I went to Toronto, I actually tried it, and it was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite. Like, I definitely loved the flavors, but I wanted like the whole experience that they had. Like, they had soups and like a bunch of sides. Like, while I was in Toronto, that was like the only place that I found that had the meal itself. And I wasn't a super huge fan of the texture of their chicken in particular. But anyways, San did an episode of his Sanchilin guide where he tried marinated raw crab, and I so want to try that as well. Anyways, so let me know in the comments below if your bias has led you to like anything in particular. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. So we have a couple of outfit roasts. We love to see it. So this is, netizens have mixed reactions to NewJeans Hidden's outfits for the 2024 Seoul Fashion Week photo. Okay, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. If anything, my least favorite outfit are probably Minji and Hane's outfits. Just, you know, they're, I don't, I actually think I actually think Hayden and Hani have the best outfits here. Like it's kind of cute. I like it. I like the color palette and everything. But somebody compared it to like seaweed. I think that's just so cute actually. It makes me like the outfit even more. But we also have NMIX's outfits who have been criticized. So this is from their showcase. Oh, it feels a little third gen K-pop, doesn't it? Is this giving you third gen vibes? Yena had a comeback, which I knew it was coming. I knew she was having a comeback, but I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like it was announced once. She'll have a comeback in January, and then not a teaser to be seen, at least on my end. But she released her music video for Good Morning, and Mix had their comeback with Dash. Sister 19 had their comeback with No More parenthesis My Boy, which I haven't seen yet. I will record a reaction for my channel members and patrons. So I'm like literally at the edge of my seat, so excited. The yeehaw vibes, I don't even know. I don't know what it's gonna sound like, but I'm so excited. Also, I wanted to share this because it's so funny. Do you guys remember the winds and light water? I bring winds and light water. There's a lyric video for it. This is of course by Krungt. If you wanted the full lyrics, like environmentalism to the fullest. Honestly, if aespa had gone this route, I think it would have worked out so well. I love it. Oh my god. You don't love the trees. You just want the industry. Beautiful. I love it. Our K-pop song of the day. I don't even know. What is our K-pop song of the day? I'll share with you the first thing I've been listening to. Poppy. Poppy by Stacy, the Korean version. I remember falling in love with the Japanese version and thinking this was not a waste necessarily, but like it would have been so great to have like promotions in Korea for this. And then they literally did. They gave it to us. That is our K-pop song of the day. That is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. You can too by joining my Patreon and or my channel members or just or. As for me, I'm gonna go watch Sister 19's No More Bad Boy. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Pompy, pompy. Oh my god, my hair's so annoying. I did this new hairstyle and it's like not, it doesn't look that good.